Hello everybody, hope you're doing well, having a great day, great night, wherever you guys are. Welcome back to the very first episode of CSGO Unsolved Mysteries. Probably going to not be a very lengthy series at all because there's not too many unsolved mysteries out there for the game of CSGO. But today we do touch on the Gambit Gaming coaching abuse scandal for the Gambit Gaming Academy roster, which happened back on April 18th of this year, 2017. So to give you guys first off the details, that full article will be linked down below. It was originally a Reddit post for all of you guys who are worried why I took a story from Reddit. This story has been confirmed by several sources of mine, including the team manager for Gambit Gaming and a player for the former Gambit Gaming Academy roster. This post was indeed made by those players and is 100% valid as to what went on. So let me give you guys details about this story. First off, it happened back in April 18th of this year where 4 Gambit Gaming Academy members, on screen for all of you, left the organization for undefined reasons. Now, Gambit Gaming on their website, gambit.gg, gave no specific reasons or valid reasons as to why these 4 members of the Academy roster left out of nowhere. Those players were Nice, Elion, KKT, and Spin. I will show you guys some quotes from Spin later on, as he was one of our sources as to what happened to this Gambit Gaming Academy roster. So back in April, they did leave the team for undefined reasons, and here's why. I'll give you guys details of the story, and that story will also be linked down below, which is now proven to be posted by the team manager and the 4 ex-Academy roster members who actually wrote that Reddit post up to try and publicize what went on. So first off, there was alleged physical abuse. Our main culprit of this story is the Gambit Academy roster coach. He is primarily the coach for the Academy roster. He's also listed as the coach for the main roster, but mainly takes over coaching roles for the Academy roster. That's the evidence that was given to me. His name is Saga. I'll show him on screen, multiple pictures of him on screen for all of you. And the first alleged thing here is he allegedly physically abused the team manager and CIS editor, a well-known guy known as Igor Morin, otherwise known in-game as Fury. I'll show him on screen as well. And Saga, the coach, actually physically abused on several occasions Igor Morin, as in punched him in the face, berated him physically, and this was witnessed to not only by the ex-Academy roster members who left the organization shortly after, but also by the newer Academy roster members, the younger guys who were coming into the team. 8 witnesses, witnesses account, and including CSGO, including Gambit Gaming Management, and nothing was said ever since. So alongside the physical abuse guys, all 4 ex-Academy members can attest to the fact they were also verbally abused and verbally threatened throughout their time with Gambit Gaming. So you can imagine as a coach, having a coach behind you every single match you play in smaller tournaments, all these guys were verbally threatened. If you lose that match, I'm going to take away your salary. If you lose that match, I'm going to cut you from the team. I'm going to kick you from the roster. Verbal threats, consistent, and that definitely validates as verbal abuse for these guys. Probably a lesser cause compared to the physical abuse as well, but it goes to show you how scared some of these members were. The fact that one of their members, that was Malik, was the only member to stay on the team. And of course, we have Igor Morin, the team manager, who was physically abused. He stuck around the organization as well. You can imagine if you're collecting a paycheck, doing what you love, physical abuse, even that circumstance can't change that. His main problem here is the fact that management for Gambit Gaming has yet to respond to any of his calls. So for all of you guys who are wanting the story, we have alleged physical abuse of Saga onto the team manager, and of course we have verbal threats and verbal abuse for all 4 Academy members who actually left the roster because they couldn't handle it any longer. And on top of this, now we have Gambit management who has yet to respond whatsoever. They actually tweeted at me. I've been tweeting back and forth with them several times now. They tweeted this at me a long time ago, and they said, "Don't worry, Jake, we will have a public post, a public statement about this sometime this week." That post, that tweet, was actually listed 4.5 weeks ago. We have yet to hear anything from Gambit Gaming. They seem to be trying to sweep this under the rug and have no one hear about it, and I guarantee you guys I am trying to publicize this as much as possible and bring this to light until they actually get a response, until we get a public statement from Gambit Gaming. Now, on top of that, not only did I reach out to Igor Morin, the manager, who can confirm himself. I'll show you guys screenshots on screen. Igor Morin, the team manager, otherwise known as Fury, can confirm for all of us. He listed this in the tweet himself, or our DMs back and forth. It was indeed him and his ex-Academy roster players who made that post on the Counter-Strike Global Offensive Reddit page just to try and publicize it. Now, on top of this, I also reached out to one of the former players who did leave the Academy roster. That was Ruslan Kalikov, also known as Spin, and he can confirm himself there was even further things that went wrong with this man, Saga. Saga continued to target the Academy roster even after they left the organization, and here's where I really draw the line. There's one thing, physical abuse against Igor Morin, who seems like a really good guy. He's very nice in my conversation with him, alongside the verbal abuse and verbal threats of 4 of his players. There's one thing there, but on top of this, Saga allegedly, according to in the Reddit article down below as well, and confirmed by Spin himself in the DM on screen for all of you guys through Facebook, thank you for him reaching out to me, He continued to target the roster even after they left the organization. They were going off in several smaller tournaments in the Russian scene, and Saga has connections throughout that, and he had one tournament organizer actually kick them from the tournament for no reason. They were disqualified with no further specifications, no further reasoning, and they were kicked out of the tournament just like that because Saga knew one of the tournament organizers who was running the thing, and they were personal friends. His academy roster left him behind, so you know what? Screw them. Let's kick him out of a tournament. And so that's all I have for you guys in the 5 minutes I've been talking so far. I do apologize if I rambled off way too much. We have a story here that's been not really publicized too much for no good reason. I want to hopefully reach out to Richard Lewis and hopefully have him publicize the story as well. I can confirm with all of you guys to a 99% degree. I've had Igor Morin, the manager for the Gambit Gaming organization, as well as one of the former Academy members, contact me and I contact back to them. The fact this did happen. They made the Reddit post. Again, let me link down below for all of you guys. They were the ones who wrote that up. All of these allegations I do now believe to be true. Now, a week ago, I wasn't so certain. I talked to a few main roster or former Gambit Gaming members, such as Hooch, and he said there were no problems with Saga. Maybe he only abuses his Academy roster members because he can take control of them, and they're certainly not making the kind of money or have this kind of annotation that the bigger players do have. So going forward, let's just do a little recap for all of you guys who weren't paying attention too much. We have Saga on screen again for all of you. He physically abused Igor Morin on screen for all of you right now as well, and that is why 4 Gambit Gaming Academy members actually left the team themselves. The new Academy roster has not been announced, but they do have new Academy roster members coming in soon. And also, after they actually left the roster themselves, that Academy team was playing together as ex-Gambit, and they were kicked out of a tournament for no apparent reason because of Saga knowing connections in the Russian scene. He had them kicked out of the organization, out of the tournament themselves for no specific reason whatsoever. So that is the Gambit Gaming coaching scandal abuse story. If you guys want to share the video, please do. What do you guys think about this? Please comment down below. I'll be replying to several comments. Do you guys believe the story? I really honestly think to almost 100% certainty here, this story is certainly true, and something should be done about this to the coach of Gambit Gaming Academy rosters, that is Saga. Something should be done, and a public statement should certainly be made because Gambit Gaming has yet to respond to any announcements of this. They seem to be trying to avoid the subject, but let's bring it to light. Hope you guys all enjoy this first episode of CSGO Unsolved Mysteries. If you guys have unsolved mysteries of your own, please comment them down below, link me stuff about it, and I'll certainly touch on that in the future. Hope you guys all enjoy. As always, live, love, laugh a lot. Remember, I like you. I will see you all next time. Remember, I like you. Goodbye.
Sweating bullets. Happy's gonna get the quad kill in the ace. What is this?